Okay, folks, this is going to be really short and sweet. Um, Saving you all the headache of watching me craft it all this time. Uh, so, what I did is I took a set of armor I already had that wasn't legendary, and I put 1 star. It's XO1 armor, and in case you're wondering, uh, it's pretty basically set up, and it has the scorch paint. That's what that color is. I like it, so I want to run it. It has the scorch paint on it, but it's just basic armor set up with 1 star troubleshooters. That's all that's on any of this. 1 star troubleshooters. Optimized bracers on the arms um, to reduce the cost of power attacking with the auto axe. Calibrated shocks for carry weight, 50 on each leg. And then the torso has kinetic dynamo, so that actually doesn't matter what the torso has. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It still matters. You want kinetic dynamo because while he's banging on you with his missiles and whatnot, you're grinding to get the vampire's effect, right? So you're going to want kinetic dynamo and troubleshooters, calibrated shocks on the legs, and optimized bracers on the arms, and whatever you want on the helmet. The weapon is the same. However, Pounders has changed. Pounders is now giving us onslaught stacks. So you get 10 stacks, one each attack, 10% per attack. So 10 attacks from the auto axe are happening in under a second, and you're at 100% damage increase, right? So it's doing sort of what it was always intended to do, i.e., get you to 100% damage, but it's getting you there in like 10 attacks, and it's not going up to the 1,000% damage increase we were getting pre-patch. Vampires is going to be a necessary thing now because you cannot attack the shield while the robot's coming up at all. You get no numbers and no damage until the robot is up and destroys his own shield using ricochet. Um, so what I'm saying is the method of using Furious and getting the shield gone before he starts shooting, that's done. I suspect that you'll still, I haven't tried it, but I suspect you'll still be able to use VATS to target the shield. And I think that that may be an unintentional result of the changes to limb targeting in perception. You now have to have 5 perception to target a limb through VATS. I'm thinking that's what's going on there. Either way, you can't take the shield out. You can't do any damage to the shield with the auto axe. I haven't tried a shredder. Now that I think about it, the shredder may still be able to do it because it's a gun, right? It's not a melee weapon. I'm going to try that. But right now, for the purposes of this, to know how to kill him, it's still doable solo. It's not difficult. You still need a vampire's power attack, either +3 strength. I suggest that, or I suggest durability, but if you want to use +3 strength, that can't hurt, and then pounders. And you can see what I got there. And by the way, poison still beats electrified by just a few points of damage. I ran through every choice, and believe it or not, no mod does more damage than fire, but electricity does more damage than No mod, and poison does more damage than electricity. With a caveat, if you put the science perk cards on, then electrified is the best way to go. Um, with the build I have right here, I'm getting 745 damage, and this is the most basic build that you're ever going to see. I'm getting 745 damage with the science perk cards and electrified. I get 697 damage with poison, 694 damage without the science perk cards. So electrified and the science perk cards are the way to go if you just want to grind this guy. Now to the build, this is all I have on it right now. Just incisor for armor pen. Of course, I need to carry my chems. And life giver for some health. Through hiker to carry my food and alcohol and whatnot. I don't want to change my mutations to just mysteriously change. Tenderizer is different now. Tenderizer, who knows what it's doing yet. We won't figure it out for a while till the data miners tell us. But it doesn't just give you 10% damage increase. It apparently, each attack makes your target take increased damage. There has to be a cap, obviously. You know, like so many stacks or something, but who knows what it's doing. But it does make a difference. When I took it off, I didn't have quite enough damage to get it done. And then, like I said, batteries included again, just carry weight stuff. Makeshift warrior just because I keep adjusting this axe and because it breaks way too easy even with durability. These are adding damage, and it is 48 damage it's adding from 690. No, 51 damage it's adding from 694 to 745. So definitely worth running them. And like I said, this is basic. Anything else you add to it's gravy, like the slugger perk cards. Born Survivor, just in case, although I'm pretty quick at spamming stim packs when need be. Ninja, because you do occasionally get ninja attacks and you get more damage. It's not necessary, but it's just on there. Don't really need this because, well, yeah, you don't really need it because they're not really doing anything till the fight's over, right? Because it's not hard AP regeneration. In any case, it doesn't help with damage. Bloody Mess because, yeah, you put 15% extra damage on everything. I don't run a build without Bloody Mess. Ricochet, because Ricochet is what takes his shield off now. You can't do it at all with the auto axe. It's not possible. Not from what I can see. Maybe if you had enough AP to VATS and target the shield, and you had 5 perception, you need at least 5 perception to target a limb. Otherwise, VATS just targets the torso. It doesn't depend on concentrated fire anymore. Depends on how many points of perception you have. Maybe if you put 5 points of perception, you could target the shield, but you don't need to. He will take his own shield off with Ricochet. Vampire will keep you alive, and then obviously Class Freak, so my mutations don't lose steam. And speaking of those, nothing out of the norm. Adrenaline reaction because if you drop health, you get more damage. Bird Bones is for more agility. Carnivore because I'm using meat. Eagle Eyes is doing nothing. Egghead is doing nothing except subtracting strength. Well, it is increasing your int for intelligence-based shit, but I don't have anything on, right? So it's not doing anything. None of this is doing anything except Twisted Muscles is adding damage. It does work with the Shredder and the auto melee weapons. And I just made sure I was fully hydrated when I do it. Another change is putting on a set of power armor adds 10 strength. Just straight up adds 10 strength. So power armor is ideally suited for auto melee aspects because you're getting 10 strength for free. And I don't think you could do this without the 10 strength. I mean, that's 50% more damage, right? 5% per point of strength. I doubt you could do it without the 10 strength. In any case, the build is basic. And you can do it without the science perk cards. In fact, I managed to get it done with fire, which was the lowest damage, lower even than having no mod, but I died, you know. In fact, I think I died with no mod too. You know, I got the Guardian dead, but then I died as well. But the best damage is the science perk cards plus electricity. And, oh yeah, just for, there's nothing in here buffing anything except I don't need AP regen. I just drank it because it's habit. Carry weight, charisma, more survivability. Really just making myself fully hydrated and fully fed.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit.
No need to get on that
manner.
side anymore. You can't even damage him until he's fully up. And probably when I get started grinding him again, I'll start using a dropped power armor chassis to stand on. Just because it's easier. He doesn't stagger you when you're on it. But you can still do it this way. Because where I pushed. Nope.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Probably should just put him on the other side anyway because I'm in such a habit. See, I can't even get numbers until he's fully up and active. And yes, he is taking a tiny bit of damage to his health while I'm doing this. But this is, whoops, and if he does that, that was a stagger I was talking about. And I think if I was standing on a chassis, he wouldn't be able to do that. Keeping in mind, this is with bare minimum perk cards and 1-star power armor. But I did try it with overeaters, and unless you want to bam stim packs, you don't want to do it that way. See, 745 damage. You can get the damage a lot higher by putting on slugger perk cards and
critical temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
see, so still completely doable, but you just can't kill him before he gets out. At least not like this, not with this method. It's quite possible that if I had 5 perception, I could try and target his back, but with an auto axe, that's like ridiculous. I would run out all my AP almost instantly. So there you have it. Again, that's the stuff I'm using, and the ones that count are Incisor, Tenderizer, Science, perk cards, and you can do it without these. You'll just get 694 damage instead of 745. none of this really matters. You might get, I wasn't even squatting down, so I wasn't getting any ninja. Bloody Mess doesn't need to be there, but it's 15% more. Ricochet, really, it's the only important card. Ricochet and Incisor and Tenderizer. I did take Tenderizer off and try it, and I was not able to get it done. I don't remember what the build was at the time, but I stripped it down after this, and the first card I put back on was Tenderizer, and then I was able to do it. So, Tenderizer is doing something. We just don't know what it is yet. I don't know how much extra damage it's adding. It looks like it's adding stacks. Could be adding stacks very similar to Onslaught. I have no idea how many. All I know is without Tenderizer, I was not able to get it done. I died. And then I took off all the perk cards except what you see here minus the science perk cards. And I put Tenderizer back on and I was able to do it. So I don't know what it's doing, but it's working. Oh, and as far as legendaries go, nothing up here that's helping at all. Well, +5 strength. You know, and that's in that 28 strength. You literally gain. So I have on Secret Service Under Armor, so that's 4 strength. So 28 minus 10 is 18 plus 4 is 22. See, 22 strength. Power armor is actually adding now. Before, when you jumped out of your power armor, you usually were stronger. Now you're stronger in your power armor. So there you have it, folks. And I've done it many times now. In fact, unfortunately, I've gotten a couple of mods that I don't yet have. And I'm on a custom world so that I could craft without cost. Just so you don't think I'm, making this shit up again. The power armor is 1-star troubleshooters. Nothing special. The weapon is obviously special because it's got pounders on it. Vampires, heavy hitters, durability, and pounders with electrified. Anyway, there you have it.